right, yo, welcome to Baba Sucia. And who we have here today?
My name is Parnia, aka Parnia the Dawn.
Okay.
Nice to meet y'all.
Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too. So where you from, Parnia?
I am from Australia. I'm from down under.
Okay.
Yo.
So like you grew up all the way out there?
Yeah, so basically my story is so I come from a broken home. I come from very humble beginnings. I have a very similar story to a lot of people. And I was basically in and out of the projects because we have projects in Australia too. And, I was my grandma's baby, but then when I was 14, I got kicked out, went to the projects again. And then, just kind of hustled my way through life after that.
I got a question though. Is that like a thing over there in Australia where they kick people out early and stuff?
Yes and no. So the thing that I love about America is that in America you have a really long shelf life. In Australia is very much so
kind of like DR.
They want you to get married young. They want you to have kids. They want you to have a really good job. Obviously every parent wants that for their child, but yeah, it's kind of more like that. So yeah, I definitely was kicked out at a young age, and I was just a bad kid, bad teenager, had a crazy upbringing. So that's where it kind of went.
Okay. So what was the wild things you did when you was a teenager?
Oh God, I'm not trying to incriminate myself here, but I did a lot.
Nah, we older now. It's a few years now.
Yeah,
you'll be all right, yeah.
Nah, yeah, I did a lot. I think for me being in America, a lot of people think that I'm really sweet, a lot of people will see me and be like, oh, I could probably fuck with her, they're not knowing that I'm really like that, I don't play no games.
Yeah, Australians don't play though. I know that for a fact. Yeah, I know that. I met a few through friends and stuff that introduced me to Australian people, so it's not my first time. It's not my first go around, but I know y'all don't play. Y'all serious as shit though.
Yeah.
Y'all get ready to go.
I mean, whenever I tell people that Australia has gangsters and it has crime going on and stuff, they're like, no way, Australia is like that. I'm like, yeah, America just has 320 million people, so it happens a lot more, whereas Australia only has 20 million people. So we still have everything that y'all have, just at a way smaller.
Y'all don't have a lot of shootings. Y'all got more stabbings, right?
Okay, let me put it this way. To have a gun, you got to have some sort of money.
Okay.
Or know people that you can get it through, or some sort of way, because guns are expensive in Australia, really expensive.
Yeah. Also, yeah.
Street value wise, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy over there because I know people were telling me, it's more stabbings that.
Definitely a lot of stabbings, but I was dating someone for a long time who, I mean, all of my exes have been shot, so it's not that uncommon.
Damn, so they all just get, it's they all just go down every time? They date some niggas just go down?
Nah, they're not going down, but it's just it depends who you're around. I kind of just grew up more so around that, so I seen a lot more of that than the regular person from Australia, I guess.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question though. So when did you get involved with music and entertainment? How did that journey begin?
So I always loved music. I had a really, really big love and appreciation for it ever since I was a little girl. And I knew I always wanted to do it. I just didn't know how. You know what I mean? I didn't have the resources. The Australian music entertainment industry isn't big. So it's very, very small. Even anyone who's an artist in Australia, they'll tell you how hard it is to break through because it's just so small. So I basically went more into the modeling, acting route when I was 18, 19.
So you did acting? What type of acting did you do?
I did acting. I was doing TV commercials. I worked with Mike Tyson, Charlie Sheen, John-Claude Van Damme, Pamela Anderson. Yeah, I was their co-star. I was working for a company called Ultratune. He found me when I was 19, my boss, and I was doing all the TV commercials for him. That got me into that got me into magazine covers. So I've done like the front cover of Playboy, Maxim, FHM. And then I also did
Those
boxing.
some like high ass like
Yeah, like I've done some
top-notch
shit, you know?
yo. Like
Yeah,
I was hearing you
some
name them. I
shit.
was like, yo, holy shit! I used to see some of these magazines. I was like, god damn.
No, so I also did boxing for a year as well when I was 20, just because I was getting into a lot of fights, and my boss was like, "You're gonna lose your job," and I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "I can't have someone on primetime TV who's fighting every weekend at the club." He's like, "You better go get your ass in the ring." I was like, "All right, bet." So that's what I did.
Okay. So, and then how did you get into like doing certain music? Like, cause how did you get into making music with like, or like even just knowing certain people like Kid Leroy? Like, how did you get to know?
So I don't know the Kid Leroy personally, but you know, we did live around the same place. I know that. Like he's from like the same area as me. Guess a little nasty over there. And yeah, you know, I do know a lot of people in the industry though, like little TJ is like one of my best friends.
How did that relationship start?
We were in Cali, and I was at my girlfriend.
In Cali.
Yeah, it was in Cali because I lived in Cali first before I moved out here. But I still have my crib in Cali too. But we were just at like a dinner, and it was a friend's birthday. And then like I think one of my first questions to him was, "Are you friends with Pop Smoke?" And he was like, "Yeah, duh. Like, what the fuck?" And I was like, "Oh." I was like, "He's my favorite rapper." He's like, "Cool." Like, he's like, "I don't care." But then we just like ended up like chopping it up or whatever. And then like we just got like super cool from there and just like always stayed in touch. And then, you know, like our relationship just grew and like we just became like really, really close friends. And yeah.
Okay. So you said you came here from, so you lived in LA and then you came here. What made you want to come here to New York?
Honestly, I always had a thing for New York. Like I just love like the grittiness, the griminess. I love like that it's more multicultural. I love that it's more real. Like the thing that I really missed about like back home was like the realness. Like LA is very fake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's real
including
fake.
the food, man.
Yeah, it's just terrible.
Yeah, everything about
like
it.
you get some good tacos out there, but
yeah, you do.
like
definitely.
the Mexican food is great, but
You get the real authentic
the authentic shit.
Chicano shit,
Sure.
yo. If you don't mind me asking, like, what type of music do you make though?
I would just say, like, if I was to put like a label on it, I feel like it's very like bossy, like raw, like bad bitch music.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Bad bitch vibes.
Yeah, I be playing with the beats right now. Like I be, you know, getting beats from New York, beats from Detroit. Like I be getting all kinds of different beats just to see like where I'm fitting right now. Cause you know, I have a lot of friends in the music industry and like I've done fucking probably 10,000 hours in the studio with all my friends. And, you know, I was just like, I could definitely do this. You know what I mean? That's what really got me like,
you know, it's funny though, like
tapped in.
like hearing kind of like your story, like it kind of reminds me of like listening to like when I was hearing like not the same. It's not that I'm saying it's the same, but it's kind of similar and kind of like has a similarity to Iggy Azalea's story.
Really?
Yeah, like because she kind of came like hearing your story, like how she came up is kind of same concept. Like she was like they like she was let out early, like at a young age. Like she was kicked out the crib, and then it's kind of like very similar. But would you say that she like influenced like at a young age when you was watching her like come up and stuff? Did she influence? Was she like a big influence over there, or like?
I mean, not to me. I do like her music though, but no, she didn't influence me at all. I was more like into like Little Kim growing up and like some more like hardcore
Trina.
shit. Yeah, like just, you know, obviously, you know, Nicki was like big growing up too, and you know, just all them like, you know, that was my era. So
who would be like your top 5 of like the female rappers that you would be like, oh, I'd like to make a collab with her, like if she asked me
female
right now?
rappers, I mean, it's hard to say, but
or any female. I mean, let me make it easier. Let me make it easier because female rappers, man, like any female artist that you're like, yo, I would love to work with them.
It's really hard to say because I like them all. Like right now, I like them all. I'm open to collabing with any of them. You know what I mean? Any of the big ones. I like them all.
Okay.
They be doing their thing.
All right. So What's one of the things that like? What are other things that you do besides like the music and?
So besides the music, I'm working on a clothing label right now. I wear a lot of like hoodies and sweats. So I'm starting Don Dada collection. So it's gonna be like streetwear, all that kind of stuff, flared pants, zip up jackets, just like leisure wear too. Then I want to try and go more into like the nightlife stuff because I have like a lot of like lit bad bitch friends that I know.
A question: are you more of a night like in the house, or are you a nightlife? You're like, I gotta be outside. I'm sorry.
It's crazy because I am dead ass both. Like if you tell me right now, like Parnia, like you gotta be outside every night, you're on tour, like you gotta get fucked up, entertain, like da 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 da. I can do that. But if you say to me like, like I need you to lock in, like stay in the house, look after your health, wealth, well-being, I can do that too. Like I feel like I have lived such a colorful life that I've done so much of the outside that like I'm cool with being inside. But shit, if you want me outside, take me outside. What's up? Let's go.
So what type of things you like to do when you outside though? What's one of like your favorite
bad.
things you do? Oh, so what are one of the bad behaviors you like to do outside?
I mean, well, I like girls too, so I like to holler at some baddies.
So like how? All right, so since you've been outside and like here in America, so how's like the dating scene out here? How do you feel like it's different from over there?
Oh my god!
And here, because I know I've heard that like in Australia, y'all more direct over there. Like it's like if y'all see a dude y'all like, y'all be like, yo, what's up? Like it's kind of like a little bit different from over here. Like over here, we gotta like do all the like extra stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not scared to tell someone I like them. Like I'll tell them straight away. Like if I like you, like, but I gotta feel out the vibe and energy. Like it's not just off of looks. You know what I mean? It's never just off of looks. But I definitely do have a type when it comes to guys and females. But like it's never just looks. Like you gotta come with more than just that. But if I was answering your question right now, it's very different because in Australia, like you can actually stay in a relationship. Like all my relationships in Australia, I had my first boyfriend, I was with him for 3 years. My second boyfriend, I was with him for 4 years. And then I had like a few 1 years after that, like 2 1-year relationships after that. And then I moved over here. But I've been in a relationship since I was 14 years old. Like I've literally been in a relationship most of my teens and 20s. I came out here, I got married after like 2 months. After 2 months of me living here, literally, I moved here in March. No, sorry, wait. Yeah, I moved here. I moved here in March. I got married in September, and that was just the most insane.
Where was the marriage done at? Like
in Vegas. But I met him in LA.
Oh, you're like, oh my god, let's just go take a trip out to like Vegas.
No, it wasn't like that at all.
Oh my god,
it wasn't like that. He was literally like, man, he's like, I've had so many bitches from all over the world. He's like, I know you're the one. I'm like, all right.
I gotta get married with you.
And then
we
got engaged in New York. Actually, he proposed to me in New York in a hotel.
And then y'all just got on that flight that very like. What, like next week or something?
No, we were in New York for a couple weeks because he knows that I love New York. So like we were there or whatever. And then like we went to back to Cali and like he was like, all right, we're engaged now. He's like, you got to move in. I was like, all right. So like I moved into his like penthouse or whatever. And then like, I don't know, we were like talking to like a mutual friend of ours or whatever. And then they were like, oh, why don't y'all just go get married? And he was like, I would love to. He's like, are you down? I'm like, sure.
Sure.
I was like,
I'm here for the fun. I don't know what's going on here, but like, I'm just gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna just join it.
You know what it was? I was like, it's COVID. There isn't anything else to do. I was like,
oh shit.
I was like, fuck it. I may as well get married. Like, I mean, that's kind of a vibe, right?
He said, I've seen every bitch in the world. You came in through that door. How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
He said, you 5'8", and with heels on, you probably 6 foot.
Yeah.
I can't let this go. How tall was he?
He's 6'2".
Okay, yeah. I was about to be like, was he a short king or something?
No. We're not married. Well, we are still married, but we're not together anymore.
Oh, okay.
We're separated.
Yeah, he wasn't going to let you go. Yeah, of course he was going to ask you to get married during COVID. It's COVID. Everybody thought we was all going to die and shit. She said, yeah, I'm down with the shit. I thought I was going to die. You know what? Like, yo, let's get this shit on and popping, yo. Let's get this ring on, yo. I don't know what the fuck may happen. What may hold us for the future.
He gave me a 5-carat ring.
No. You ain't gonna be upset. Yeah.
But yeah, he was just crazy. Like, I mean, so was I though. Like, I can't just put all the blame on him. I was a fucking nutcase.
Oh, so like, what's like one of your bad like
traits?
Yeah, I will say. Wow, that's crazy as hell. You gotta talk about your bad traits and stuff. Like,
I'm pretty like, I guess I'm possessive.
Oh, what's yours? Yours. Like, that's mine.
Yeah, it's not even that I'm like, it's mine, because I like it when other bitches are on my man. Like, I like to, you know, have threesomes and group sex and all that shit. I'm into that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like, you know, he had fun with me. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, how do I say? I have like this thing where like I always have to be number one. Like, you can never let another bitch even remotely think that they come next to me, or that they could step to me, or that they could speak out of their mouth. And I think that he just had like a lot of previous relationships where he could really just do whatever he wanted.
Where was he from?
He's from Alabama.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, yeah, you're not gonna get away with that with me. Like, that's not how I roll around here.
From Alabama, damn, that's a like whole big ass mix. That would have been. Damn, that's crazy. All right, so you be having fun. So I guess that's how it led to all that. So, what's been one of like your biggest experiences here though? Like, just being around.
Well, you know, obviously I'm from like the other side of the world, and you know, like, I think the biggest experience for me is that like my everyday life is the life that a lot of girls from back home and all over the world dream of. You know what I mean? Like, I really live, I guess you could say, like the it girl life, you know, like the bad bitch.
Bitch, that bad bitch life, yo.
You know?
But
I be living life.
So, since you a bad bitch, right? So, what do you do for the summer, like for vacation? Like, cause you look like you be doing a lot of bad bitch extravaganza shit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, bad bitch activities. You know, we be on the jets, we be on the yachts, we be outside,
and
we be in the
ass
section,
and shit, yeah.
Bottles ass. Yeah, you know, sometimes when, you know, I feel like making some extra money, you know, I get behind the bar.
Okay. So what you gonna be doing for this summer though? You gonna be traveling and shit?
Yeah, so immigrants will understand this. I have some immigration issues right now that I'm going through. I'm sorting it right now, but yeah, as soon as I sort it, I'll be able to like start going overseas and stuff again. I haven't been able to travel for a little minute, so I'm just getting that fixed right now.
Okay. I get you. So
it's an easy fix.
Nah, yeah. So let me ask you a few questions though, back to like the music side of things. All right. So if you had to like choose a label to like sign with, who would you go with? Let me see. For example, Bad Boys, right? Or like
they're the homies too, though.
Man, she's. I already know. Never mind. I already know what she's probably gonna end up going with. But let me just put it up here. For Death Row, who will you choose? Because Death Row has some pretty good people too.
Yeah, I mean,
Bad Boys have Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, for me, I would probably just try and stay as independent for as long as I could until like I found the right place for me.
Why would you stay independent though?
Just because I have, you know, the resources that I have and the people behind me that I have, I feel like I have more
freedom.
Yeah, like more leeway. Like I can really make some shit shake before like I decide to like go there and worry about getting signed.
Okay. So, if you had a choice, right, to drink, what would be your drink of choice?
A drink? Casa Azul.
Casa Azul?
Yep.
Okay. That's pretty good. I like Casa Azul.
And I drink all my liquor straight. The only time that I ever like drink cocktails is if I'm out at dinner.
If somebody challenged you to like a drinking challenge, you'll probably beat them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, probably like that. I can't drink for shit. I can only take like 2 shots and
when
I'm done
I
up.
tell
Probably
you,
like half of one and I'm done up. Yeah, I'm a lightweight.
For real?
Yeah, super lightweight. It's been bad for like years.
Wait,
like
what's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so you're
like,
hardworking.
Yeah, I'm very hardworking. I bust my ass a lot. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. It's very annoying. Like, it's exactly. You see, you understand.
Yeah.
You understand. I'm tired of busting my ass every single time.
No,
But
yeah, I'm definitely like a heavy drinker. Like I have friends that have seen me go through 2 1942 bottles by myself in one night. My husband used to buy me 2 1942 bottles for myself and then have to get like Casamigos Reposado for everyone else because like I wouldn't let anyone touch my bottle. I'd be like, get away from my bottle. Like
so
only
like,
my friends were allowed.
nah, see, I'll try to challenge you, and then like probably by the end of the night, I'll probably need my stomach pumped or something.
Yeah, no, you definitely.
Yeah, no, I probably won't keep up for shit. But like, what's a meal that you would like? Like, if somebody was to get you a meal, what's your favorite food? Like, if you were to like get your last meal.
Italian and Japanese.
Oh, it's very Japanese food.
Asian fusion.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Me, I'm more of like the Italian dude. I like Italian. I like my pastas.
I love pasta. I love pizza.
What's like that's like your favorite food? Like if like let's say for example some
my
dude
favorite
was
cuisine for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's like your favorite top notch? If a dude was to like come up to you and be like, "Yo, I'm trying to like seduce you. Like what you want like to eat?"
Damn. Oh, I love lobster and I love crab legs.
Yeah. Like
if you bring me some crab legs, I'll be like, "Oh yeah."
That's what's up. That's
trying to see what I can do to these crab legs, huh?
Yeah.
Trying to see me fuck up some crab legs, huh?
Let me see how you eat that shit, girl. Let me see what's up. Yeah, what's up?
Suck that shit out the shell, you heard?
Yeah, yo. Like, what's up? Let me see what you can do. Oh, that's what you can do? I'll be like, damn. Yeah,
Eye contact.
I'm like, all time, just.
Get the garlic noodles in there.
Yo, right. And then end it with a nice, like, yo, hold on, I gotta let the belly out real quick. Just finish eating that shit. Nah, I'm playing. But what's some projects that you got going on for now for the summer and everything?
So right now I got like an EP that I'm cooking together. It's basically mainly just like, you know, some club bops, like, you know, some hard shit to some raw shit.
Oh
bossy.
shit. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, step on a nigga's chest type music, yo.
Yeah, all that. Foot be on their neck until them bitches out of breath.
Oh God, it sounds pretty violent. It sounds like heel on the chest of a nigga, like, yo, shut up type shit. Like, oh man. But what's one thing you would tell somebody who's like trying to do what you do and they don't know how to go about it, and like what's the message you would give them?
I mean, definitely don't be shy to hit people up on Instagram. You know what I mean? And don't be shy to like go places if you know people are gonna be at. Like, I mean, from me coming over here with knowing nobody, and you know, I met so many people like in my first 3 months of me living in LA. Like I literally like met the Kardashians. I met like every rapper, singer.
How was that?
Like, yeah, it was crazy. Rob's like a good friend of mine too.
They're probably like, yo, y'all look like cousins. Oh yeah, yo, what the fuck? I would have been like, yo, y'all look like cousins.
Yeah,
like, no,
so like, you know, it's just like just going outside and like really like networking and getting to meet people, and you know, because I really had to ask for a lot of help, and like I'm not the type of person that likes to ask for help. I've done like a lot on my own. Like I told you, I moved out of home at 14. Like I had to figure my way out on my own. So it's just like, you know, using your connections that you've built over the years, and just like, you know, it's just no harm just asking for help. And that was one thing that I had to learn when I decided I really wanted to do the music thing, because I was just like, man, I don't want to have to ask people for favors and, you know, ask people for help. Like I'm just not that type of person. But then I did it, and like I really started liking it. And, you know, I just want to give a special shout out to Tiny Bum. He definitely, you know, pulled away all like my like blankets that I had up, or like my walls that I had up. He beat them shits down, and he's like, yo, if anyone can do it, it's you. He's like, just go in there, believe in yourself. He's like, you're a bad bitch, you can rap. He's like, you're good. He's like, do it. So, you know, he paid for a lot of my like studio sessions and a lot of my stuff just to get me comfortable and started. And, you know, he was just like, I'm going to help manage you and stuff like that. So, yeah, if it wasn't for Tiny Bum, I definitely wouldn't have taken like the extra step. And then like I wouldn't have been able to help like a few of my other girlfriends who like always wanted to do it, but they just like didn't want to ask for help either, or they didn't know where to start or didn't know what to do. Because one thing I'm like big on is like I'm not a hater, and like I want everyone to win, and I want everyone to do what they love or what they want to do. You know what I mean? So that's really important to me.
Okay.
Helping others.
Can't believe I asked you this one though. What was the first album that got you into hip hop that you was like, yo, this is it. This is what the fuck, like, what the fuck did I just hear? Like, what?
So my first album that I ever bought, I might have been like 8 or 9, maybe a little bit younger. It was Urban Rhymes 7. And it had like 50 Cent on it. It had Chingy. I don't know. It had a bunch of people on it. And that's Chingy. Like, yeah, I just started listening. Wow. I just started listening to that all the time. And then like every time I would go to Target, I'd be like, I want this CD. I want this CD. And my grandparents like, no, we can't afford it. I was like, all right, cool. So I just stayed listening to that Urban one like mad times until like I had enough pocket change to like go buy another CD.
Okay. Alrighty. So what are your social media handles since we're now reaching towards the end?
Okay, cool. My social media is at Parnia the Don, double N, so PARNIATHEDONN.
Okay, got it here first. And Baba Sucia, you already know. We out.
Bye.